So tell me why you decided to run.
Um, it's not an easy answer. It's kind of in depth. But the bottom line is there's a Latin saying, "Non sabili se pietre," means country before self. And I've always been in community service. I've always been one who puts myself in front of others. When I first announced my campaign, and your Channel 9 reported it, my comment was, if you feel as though you have something to offer, you need to get involved. Because if you don't get involved, you have no reason to complain at the end of the day. And if I have something to offer, I do have something to offer. My background in law enforcement emergency service makes me an ideal candidate for this position.
And tell me a little bit about that. Like, what is your
My last job in law enforcement, I was a White House Cabinet Secretary, security detail member. I planned events for White House Cabinet member visits to locations around the world. Before that, I was at the Naval Academy as third in command of their police department. I ran their police academy and training and special operations for high-level events such as the Army-Navy football game. Before that, I was a deputy sheriff in Virginia. I spent a year undercover with the Virginia State Police Drug Task Force. Before that, I was 20 years in the Navy and retired as a chief petty officer, where I did criminal investigations and anti-terrorism work.
And so, is there anything you'd like to see in the sheriff's department change, or what would you like to bring?
You know, there's not. The one thing we're going to keep the same is I am going to keep the chief deputy Drage Flick. I never believe in replacing number one and number two at the same time. It disrupts morale, it disrupts the operation, because you're bringing two people in to learn the job all over again. And they've never been in the office, so you're going to bring them in to learn it again. So Colonel Flick will stay as the chief deputy. Other than that, one of the things we're going to bring is, I'm going to try to bring, in a nutshell, instead of the term protect and serve, we're going to implement the phrase courtesy, professionalism, and respect. It's a new term. It gets us more in touch with the community. We need to be more engaged with the community and the citizens in Ohio County.
And I guess as far as Ohio County issues and whatnot, they're really, one of the big issues is shoplifting and whatnot at the Highlands.
It's all heroin. It's heroin. You know, there's so many people that are addressing, there's so many groups that are addressing this heroin epidemic. There are churches, there are groups, there is the group Impact, Mothers Against Drug Driving. Everybody is involved with this. And as sheriff, we need to harness this energy, and we need to be engaged and work together. We need to communicate better, and so everybody knows everybody's on the same page. It's nice if one group church group over here is doing one thing and somebody's doing something else. But if somebody's found a way to do something good, we need to get that together and harness that energy. We're never going to win the war on drugs until we treat it like a war. And that's for the people in Washington, D.C. to do. But on a local level, we have to be aggressive, and we have to fight this.
And that was really basically my next question was about the about the drug issue. So you pretty much addressed that. So you would probably be more proactive.
One of the things we're going to do is I'm going to institute a street crimes unit. This isn't a long-term investigations. This is a short-term investigations. Over the years, I've been to Crime Watch meetings, and people have brought up issues about drug activity in their neighborhood. And the standard response is, we know about it, and we're investigating. When we're investigating means we're going to do a lengthy investigation into it. I want a group of individuals whose sole purpose in life is to go out and target the street dealers and make their jobs unproductive, harass them, run them out of town. You're seeing it in Steubenville, you're seeing it in Weirton. If we don't do it in Ohio County, we're going to be the weak link, and they're going to be here. We have to be aggressive to the street crimes. They need to work in conjunction with the drug task force, with the state police and their drug interdiction on the interstate. We all need to work as a team. We need to work with the groups up the river and down the river. We need to communicate, but we need to make it rough for them.
And I guess the last question I would have for you is, why would you make the best candidate?
You know what? I first became a supervisor in 1981. I've been leading men and women ever since then in all forms and fashion in life. Everything from fire departments to police departments to organizing activities and special events. It's just the leadership and management skills and traits that I have make me the best candidate for the office.